Hey there, C.Note here. I'll admit it's been a little while. I haven't been doing much here on this channel. I've been doing some writing on my Substack, happychemicals.substack.com, and mostly doing a lot of projects with Personality Hacker. And on Sundays, I've been co hosting a series of live streams with Personality Hacker where we introduce the podcast episode. You get to watch the podcast episode early, and also a little bit of a interaction afterwards, plus what is called a quest call, which is a membership platform that you can join in to have further discussions about the podcast and be guided through a couple of different topics, um, ranging from different personality related things, but mainly growth related. So we talked a little bit about the hero archetype the last few weeks, and I hosted the last one myself. And hopefully you get a chance to join us, and we can have some conversations there. That would be fantastic. But I also personally was thinking about opportunities to share some of this stuff again, um, and share some of my learnings here. And I will admit, I need to come up with an idea to support myself financially and to support INTPs who have been listening on this YouTube channel, who've been following my content and have been supporters of mine. I want to find a way to create some growth opportunities where we can get on a Zoom call together. And I would love to facilitate some brainstorm sessions together. Now, what that means is that I would love to get, for example, 12 people, 12 INTPs together, and for potentially a few weeks. I'm still workshopping this, so this is also a brainstorm opportunity, right? For a few weeks, we can get together and we can pass the baton of brainstorming back and forth. Because something I've learned about extroverted intuition and something I've been working on for myself is that extroverted intuition for INTPs really brings a parent energy. And that means we usually use it on behalf of others. We're helping someone else see a pattern. We're usually focused on uh, noticing like there's this pattern of INTPs that will notice patterns within a business and say like I've got better ideas. I've got better ways to handle this. And perhaps don't have the social clout to actually make the changes happen, but the impulse is to say like, look, I see these patterns, or I have these ideas. Look, I have these ways to make things better or create new opportunities. And that's usually what we bring to the table as INTPs is the ability to help others see new possibilities. And so what better way to do that than for each other? So what I'm imagining, and I really want you to sound off in the comments and let me know if this is something interesting. Because if it is, then I'll do another video kind of further explaining, a little bit more detail of what it is and where we can actually start to do that. This is really like I'm gaining feedback here. I want to know if this is something that would resonate. So I want to get, let's say, 12 INTPs together, and we do breakout groups. So 3 people per group. And each week, one person shows up with a problem or they show up with something they need some support on. So could be a relationship thing, it could be a work project, it could be a personal project or a hobby. Um, it could be brainstorming on, I don't know, some big picture concept like artificial intelligence, but coming with an idea specifically saying like, I want to write articles about this, uh, or I have this theory and I want to like refine and brainstorm and expand the possibilities of what this theory brings to the table, right? So one person in the group leads uh, that idea, brings that idea to the table, and then the rest of the group brainstorms together. So unabashed, extroverted intuition, opportunities to brainstorm, to play, to throw ideas, spaghetti at the wall, and see what comes of it, right? So each week, it's essentially one person becomes the facilitator, and then also has the ability uh, to have a problem potentially solved with a group supporting them. And then the next week, another person of that same group takes that role of the person with the problem or with the thing that needs some ideation around, right? and then we get together in the big room and share some of what we revealed, what we experienced. And I'm thinking of maybe even throwing in some TI journal prompting in there as well to just do some stream of consciousness writing to share what ideas have come up for us as we have these conversations. I think it would be like an hour, maybe 90 minutes tops, nothing too crazy, um, and pretty low cost, something accessible, less than $100, right? So um, I don't have like the little nitty gritty details yet. Mostly, I'm really curious about how you're feeling about this idea, if it's something that you're clamoring for. If you're even still watching this channel and have your notifications on and even care about what I have to say and and if this is something I could help you with. Um, and if not, that's cool too. Let me know in the comments if you just have other questions about being an INTP, or if you have other ideas for facilitating some sort of group Zoom call situation where we get together. And I'm going to be transparent. Like, I'm wanting to do this because, first of all, I'm getting my feet wet on uh, like facilitating more and allowing myself to be a host and to show up to people, even though it's over Zoom, but it's kind of like this in-person energy a little bit more. And then the other side is like, I need a little extra cash for the holidays. Like, I don't have extra money for my kids to get them presents. So I need to figure out a way to get a little bit of extra income in. And if this is a way for you to facilitate you figuring out how to unstuck something and maybe get a new business idea off the ground, or, do some sort of brainstorming, whatever the case may be, whatever you need help with, then I think it's kind of a win-win scenario, right? So again, let me know if the comments, just let me know if you're interested in the comments. And then if there's enough interest, really, I'm looking for 12 people. So if there are 12 people at minimum who are interested in this, then I can put together a link. I can send you that link. I can do another video explaining this again and sharing, when this would be. I'd love to start as soon as next week. Right now, as of this recording, this is October 5th, 2023. I would love to start next Wednesday evening, which I believe is like the 11th or 12th, something like that, and kick that off. Wednesday evening at like, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So any part of the world, and also if that's not the ideal time, like what would be your ideal time? When would you like to do that? So playing around, throwing this out there. And I think in the next video, if there is interest, I'd love to expand a little bit on what that extroverted intuition parenting function is, especially in relationship to self-parenting, which is something we need to do as we get older and as we move through our lives and become more seasoned and mature. What does it mean to offer ourselves new opportunities? What does it mean to like brainstorm with ourselves? Or like, frankly, self-parenting is showing up to something like this to allow for people to help you brainstorm an idea and play with possibilities and see what happens. And I'm just mostly hoping it'll be a lot of fun. Like, that's really what I'm shooting for, is an opportunity for INTPs to gather, to get to know each other, to build a little bit of a community together, even if it's a small one, and uh, and have some fun brainstorming on some ideas. So I think that's it for now. Thanks for listening and watching, and let me know in the comments below if this is interesting to you, or if you have other topics that you're curious about that you would like me to cover here on this channel. So I appreciate you. happychemicals.substack.com. I am at Let's Go C.Note on all the social channels. If you want to reach out to me directly, that's usually the best place to do it. So I have been C.Note, aka Christian Rivera, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.